So this is a video about trying to be consistent in what you do and a little bit about time management as well. And make sure you stick to the end of this video to hear my reasonings for why I'm switching back to Ableton Live again. And it's not really because either Ableton or Logic is bad or anything like that. My first 3 videos on this channel was a recording of just some Logic Pro projects I've been playing. I've used Logic for many years. I've actually made quite a few projects with it. However, after that, most of my videos were from Ableton Live, and Ableton Live has been the DAW I have been using the most for my production during these years. That is because I mostly used a regular gaming PC for this type of stuff. In May this year, I put out a video saying I was done with Microsoft and that I'm going to Apple products for most of my work and production moving forward. And that included then switching from Ableton to Logic Pro as well, since it's an Apple application. So I've used my M1 MacBook Pro and I have produced actually some of my best tracks with that system, but it's, or at least it's pretty popular on some music libraries out there. But here we go again. I have decided to switch back to using Ableton Live and Windows as my main production machine. But it's not because I don't like Apple products anymore, and frankly I really enjoy the workflow Apple have, the simplicity and the really non-issues you get with Apple products and its software, also Logic in this case. And for 95% of people, this is enough. It's enough for almost everyone out there. For me, however, my use case is just a little bit different. First of all, the music production side of this channel have mostly featured Ableton Live in some kind of way. I have also released a bunch of Ableton Live project files that makes people want to subscribe to this channel and follow me because of that. If I suddenly stop doing that, it's a little bit rude to the people that believe I'm going to still release Ableton projects. I can only do so much since I have a day job that is pretty important to me and my family. So the time constraint there doesn't really allow working in both Ableton and Logic at the same time. So I have to prioritize the time in a better way. I also made a survey here on YouTube where I asked you guys what type of project you want to see, and thank you for answering if you are one of those. I really appreciate it. And as the recording of this video, 2/3 of you selected that you wanted to see videos about Ableton. And I also sent out a few emails to some of my subscribers where they also said the same. The ones answering also was mostly interested in Ableton projects. And I also really have this streamlined workflow set up with my PC and Windows and everything from music production and to recording YouTube videos like this. And then backup of that content is automatically sent to my Unraid server. This has actually worked flawlessly and it took me a lot of time to set up. And now I have this Mac. And I have actually quite a few Logic projects on here. I still have the PC here, having most of my previous work stored. Now, when I got accepted to a new music library called Motion Array, I find myself I have to go back to some of my older projects and do some slight touch-up on them, maybe export them in 48K or something like that. So I have to use my PC anyways. So as much as I would like to try everything, I have to decide for one thing and I have to stick with it. And you as a viewer also deserves that, so you know what's coming. And that is one of the reasons I am switching back to Ableton Live and Windows again. And it's not necessarily because Ableton Live is better than Logic in a way. I mean deadmau5 uses Ableton Live, Armin van Buuren uses Logic, Ørjan Nilsen, our Norwegian producer, he uses Cubase. A lot of guys use FL Studio. It's not about the production environment. All of them are so good today, so you can just go with whatever you want. So it's about respecting my own time, and it's to sticking to what I know. And if you are on the fence of choosing software, if you think that, of course, there are differences with software, and I'm not saying that you should just pick one. If you kind of like some feature in one software, okay, go for that. But all of the basics of music production, you can do that with any DAW today. The only one thing I don't like about Macs is if you have a mouse like this with a cord and you connect it to your Mac, it's almost impossible to use it. This acceleration, I can never get used to it. The trackpads on the laptops and everything, it's perfect. It's just great. But if you have an external mouse connected to your Mac, it's almost impossible to use it compared to Windows, in my opinion, of course. So am I ditching Apple completely? No, I will keep my M1 Mac and I will use it for Ableton Live then if I'm traveling. And you know, I like building PCs. I mean, trying new hardware and everything around that. I mean, what exciting thing can I do with a closed Mac nowadays? I mean, I can connect a Thunderbolt dock to it. Yeah, that's fun, I guess. So yeah, it's ultimately to try to focus my time better by down prioritizing other things, and not necessarily then because Ableton is better than Logic or vice versa. The problem is that if you want to do everything, it will not move you forward at all. You need to make a decision about that, and this is especially important if you have other responsibilities as well, as I do. I have a family and job and everything, and I'm sure you probably have that as well, or something similar like that. I'm going Windows, I'm going Ableton Live, I still have my Mac, I'm still going to use it when I'm traveling. I'm probably not going to use Logic that much anymore, or not at all. I'm still going to support what I have there. Other than that, that's where we are going. Thank you for being a subscriber to this channel. Do all the stuff, click like, subscribe to the channel if you think this is interesting. And I have a few affiliate links in the description below where you can show what type of gear I use around there. That's all. See you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.